biggest story this past week in NBA had to do with the demise of the defending Western Conference champions, Los Angeles Lakers. Now, when you consider that LA led the league in the record this year with a 63-19 record, minus the services of the retired Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the question naturally to be asked is, what happened to the Lakers? Our Jim Gray went in search of an answer.
I knew that things would be tough, but not like this. You could never see things like this coming. Not out of your wildest dreams. Never. Because I'm so used to excellence from this team and excelling, and it just never happened.
The last time this happened to the Lakers was 4 years ago, when a last-second prayer by Ralph Sampson was answered, sending Houston rocketing into the finals, while leaving the Lakers knocked out cold in the third round. Throughout the 80s, it was the Lakers who were the envy of all sports. They made the Forum home to the world title, capturing 5 championships in the decade. And they won like a family almost, whose spirit seemed like it would go on forever. But could it? This year, the Phoenix Suns looked a lot like the Lakers. And the Lakers sometimes looked a little lost. Also lost was some of the unity. Instead of a family, the Lakers began to grow apart. Pat Riley, after being named Coach of the Year, ironically was where some players were privately pointing the finger. While Magic lived up to expectations, others didn't. Unable to reach into their past for present glory, performance and communication broke down. Full of respect for Riley, fact is many players think his message is no longer getting through.
When you be with a coach for a long time, some guys try to block him out.
Yeah, I think some guys, probably ignore it, but they still know that, that's just the way it is.
That's all NBA players do, is complain about coaches. And the first sign of trouble, everyone wants to bomb the ship, and they start with the captain.
I would like to think that wouldn't be the case here. But it's fashionable talk. Because that's what I read all the time,
We can't lay the blame on him because he's not out there shooting.
This is the Forum. You may not recognize it. The Lakers don't. But in fact, the Lakers are having a hard time recognizing themselves these days. The sounds of silence this time of year are rather eerie here. Showtime is gone. The magic is over. The real worry is, will it ever return? And will Pat Riley return? He won't be asked to leave, and he says he's 99% certain he will be back. Full of professional pride, not winning the title 2 straight years has taken its toll. And that's what's leaving the 1% chance open.
Coaching takes a tremendous amount of emotion to keep up that high every game, every year. I'm not sure it's really good for a human being to be a coach for 8 or 10 years.
Am I going to be back? Am I going to be back? What is that movie, Poltergeist? When that little girl sits in front of that screen and it's all fuzzy, and she says, "They're back." I think we're going to be back.
With you?
With me? No, we're going to think about that.
I talked with the Lakers spokesman earlier this morning, and he said this past Thursday was the first time that Pat Riley was not definitive about coming back with the Lakers. He'll the playoffs.
Good day. Welcome to another episode of Throwing It Back with Sean Farrell. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Jesus Christ died and he rose again. So let's get into it. So, the 1989-90 Los Angeles Lakers, okay, they were the best team in the league that year. They went 63-19, number 1 seed in the West, and I was thinking about all the things about the 1989-90 Los Angeles Lakers, and you remember when New Edition woke up? Everybody said it was this, everybody said it was that, it was this, and I was reading something on it. The group broke up because of this, or the group broke up because of this, depending on who you ask. Okay. So that was the key thing right there. Depending on who you ask. The breakup of New Edition was. Okay. So I was thinking about the 1989-90 Los Angeles Lakers. Went 63-19, lost to Phoenix in the second round. What were the reasons for that team having an early exit from the 1990 playoffs? And it could be a myriad of reasons depending on who you ask, okay? Some people say that it was Magic's. Some people say it was Magic Johnson turning into Pat Riley, okay? Pat Riley, coach, yelled and screamed, and some people say Magic was starting to become Pat Riley. Okay, it was Lahade Divot's first year, and Magic was on him like white on rice. Magic rode him hard that year. Magic rode him hard in Vlade's rookie year. Rode him hard. Some people say it was Raleigh's wanting to control everything, and they say he tried to control everything he tried to control the whole building. He tried to control the Laker girls. Right. He tried to control the Laker girls whenever they would come out during commercial break, because he thought the fans were paying more attention to the Laker girls than the game. So it was stuff like that. And so it was said that Riley's message was being lost among the players. And as a matter of fact, he told one of his assistant coaches, Bill Berhertka, he said, "Bill, I think the players are starting to tune me out. They're not listening to me anymore." Okay. And so there was a lot of friction going on that year. Some said the peaceful atmosphere that had existed around that team for most of the 1980s was replaced by dysfunction. Okay. Magic was named MVP that year, and Pat Riley was named Coach of the Year. Okay. Ironically, he was named Coach of the Year after the Lakers lost Game 3 to the Phoenix Suns, 117-103. Okay. So the Lakers PR man, John Black, came out and congratulated Riley. He said, "Congratulations, Pat, you just been named Coach of the Year. When do you want to schedule a press conference?" Riley was like, "F that, I ain't doing that." He said, "You're not going to hold no press conference?" I said, "No." So Riley said he wouldn't hold no press conference. Guess what happened? He did hold a press conference. Okay. As a matter of fact, John Black said he was being a prick. Okay. So Games 3 and 4 in Phoenix were being played on consecutive days, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Games 3 and 4 were played in consecutive days. So they played Game 3 on one day, and then they were going to play the Game 4 the next day, which for the Lakers, who are a older team, going up against a younger team in Phoenix, who had KJ, Chambers, Dan Marley, Hornacek, Mark West, Going up against his host players, those younger, extra legs, that was bad for an older team like the Lakers. And Magic scored 43 points in Game 4. Okay. And but it still wasn't enough. And there were Lakers who were cursing. There were Lakers who were cursing Riley out under their breath. Michael Cooper. It was in Jeff Pearlman's book, Showtime, read where the players were coming back from dinner. Players were coming back to the hotel after dinner. And they held like a meeting with the PR man, John Black. And they held the meeting and they were just cursing Riley out in the meeting. Of course, Riley was not there. But, and Riley held a meeting of his own and he got on to every player except Magic. And after Magic heard that, he said, Magic was like, we're done. We're done. We have no whole shot. As I said, Magic scored 43 in Game 4. Lakers still lost by 13. Okay. And in Game 5, the Lakers had a 15-point lead early in the game. Suns came back, closed out the series. It was said that the calming presence that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar brought to the Lakers, the calming, peaceful presence that Kareem had, and now he retires after the 1989 season. And now that calming, peaceful atmosphere that Kareem brought was now replaced by yelling and dysfunction and harmony. James Worthy said, for the first time since I had been with the Lakers, it was a job. Okay. So in previous years, playing for the Lakers really hadn't felt like a job, but this particular season, 1989-90, playing for the Lakers felt like a job. And I think this happens with most coaches in the NBA. When you've been there several years, I think players just start to tune you out. I think players just start to tune you out. They've heard the same message over and over again. And this happens often in sports. You hear the same messages year after year, game after game. It gets old. And I think for the Lakers, it got old. And yeah, it got old, and maybe that was one of the other reasons why the Lakers came apart during the 89-90 season. And Pat Riley says that he had good relationships with his players when he walked out. When he walked out the door in 1990. Pat Riley wanted to come back, but I don't think he had much support. I don't think he had much support from the organization wanting him to come back. And so he ended up resigning. Some people say he got fired. Some people say he resigned, depending on who you ask. There are some people say he got fired. Some people say he resigned, depending on who you ask. Okay. But Mike Dunleavy came in and emphasized defense more. Michael Cooper was asked to be released so he could play in Europe. Okay. Michael Cooper got released so he could play in Europe. And then they bring in Terry Teagle and Sam Perkins that year. Okay. Already added to Magic, Worthy, Byron, AC. Now you got Sam Perkins, Terry Teagle. Okay. Then you still had a cable backup in Larry Drew. Okay. So it was basically the same team. It was mostly the same team. The core of the team was still there from 1990. And they were able to advance to the NBA Finals in 91. But yeah, it just got me to thinking. What was the reason for the 1989-90 Lakers downfall? It depends on who you ask. Okay. All right, that's it, and that's all for Throwing It Back with Sean Farrell. Peace out. Many blessings to you all.